to Kletus Roadside Service. It is a good day today. It's going to be rainy though. I haven't hit the rain quite yet. I hit a little bit of the rain as I was coming out of Kansas City. I'm headed back to Kansas City. Everything looks fine right now, but I guess it's going to get a little chaotic. Chaotic? Is that a silent C on chaotic? I wish it was chaotic. A little bit of chaoticness going on. I guess weather-wise. The power went out at my house. I do know that. My wife was texting me and my neighbor. Did your power go out? I'm not home. You heard me leave this morning, right? And then the wife texted me. She said the power's out. And I said, yes, the power is out of our house. She said, oh, fuck. Now our freezer's going to thaw out. Hey, lady, don't open it. Just don't open it. Hey, while the power's out, just decide to not need to get in the freezer at that particular moment. How about that? And if you do, just do it real quick. I mean, it's going to stay cold. People have coolers, all day long with a little tiny little ice pack in it. Your whole freezer should be full of frozen shit, right? But, no, I almost crashed again today. That was very, very interesting. Not my fault. Coming around a corner on 435, and there's a 3/4 ton pickup truck just parked. It's like he thought he was on the shoulder, but he was not on the shoulder. And I came around, and he is in the slow lane, and it was around a corner, like I said, that you can't really see around until you're right there. I had enough time to get over, but it was like, if there was a car next to me, I don't think I would have been able to stop in time, is where it would have been. I would have been swerving off somewhere. Something bad was going to happen if there's a car next to me, and luckily there was not. Everything's fine. Did I call the police? No. Not on that one. I got in a little bit later today, so it's a little bit brighter out. So I'm sure everybody's going to be fine. If not, whatever mess was made will be cleaned up by the time I get up in there. Hopefully, maybe not. I don't fucking know. But I honked at him. So, last night, did I work on the bike? Yes, actually I did. I was about to say no because I really got close to not doing it. I got so close to just not doing anything. But I went upstairs. I was hanging out with family. Everybody's having a good time. I drank some water. Oh, I ate a burger. And then I just got up from the dinner table. I got new Crocs. Pretty happy about that. Put on my new Crocs and walked down into the garage. I said, I just have to do it. Something's pulling me down here right now. So, yeah, I went into the garage, and what did I do? Oh, I went ahead, I grabbed my drill and my bits and everything I needed, and I got my windshield flipped upside down. So, and then I made sure I grabbed the right little Allen wrench for the windshield so I can adjust the brackets. And I put it in my little toolkit, and I said, all right, next time I ride this thing, I'll do that. I was like, I don't really want to fuck with the fucking swing arm right now, because there's a little triangle bracket that hooks to the swing arm and the bottom of the shock. And another little pivot point. Anyways, there's an adjustable spot right there where it hooks to the bottom of the shock, and you can move it, and it will drop your bike about an inch. I think it did more than an inch, actually. I did not measure it, but I know that my dirt bike stand that I got, I already had to pick up the bike a little bit to get the stand to slide underneath it. Now the rear tire, there's like no pressure on the rear tire. The whole weight of the bike is sitting on the stand when you lower it. So I need to figure something out with the stand because I am not going to use that if I have to pick up my fucking dirt bike to put it on there. It's a heavy ass bike, man. I had to have my daughter come out and help me. I was like, Olivia, get out here. She's like, what? What do you need? I was like, I need you to grab this. There's like the stand or whatever. I was like, hold this. I'm going to pick up the dirt bike and you're going to pull that out as fast as you can. She's like, okay. And as soon as I get up in the air and she's like, I can't get it. I'm like, hey, I got it up in the air now. Grab it. Grab. We got it. Everything's fine. We got it out. And I could have got it out by myself, but I just figured she likes to help out. She likes to do stuff in the garage. She likes to be around helping out. So I figured I could use her help in this situation. She felt very happy. You know, we're high fiving at the end. I'm like, thank you so much. You're such a good help. Boosted up her confidence level there. It smells like onions over here, like fresh cut onions. I kind of like it. Not making me teary. It's just, I like the smell sometimes. Anyways, yeah, I did. I pulled the bolt out and I lowered it down, and I was like, all right, that's what I said I wanted to do to the bike. I wanted to test it, so I went ahead and I cleared a path out of the garage and got it out and fired it up, Crocs and all, and went out and hit the neighborhood. I didn't have my wallet on me, so I didn't have my ID with me, and I was wearing Crocs. So I didn't really want to get out on the highway, per se. But I rode around in the neighborhood a little bit. I can't tell anything with the windshield yet. I'm going to have to get to high speeds before I realize what the windshield's doing. You know, if I need to twist it, tilt it. And I was expecting to ride it today. And last night, because after I got done working on it, I checked the weather. It said there's going to be a little bit of rain at some point in the day, but then after that, it's going to be clear all day long. When I woke up this morning, it said rain all day long. I'm like, well, fuck, man. So I just hopped in the Jeep. The Jeep's running real good. I'm still trying to keep track of my fuel mileage. And I don't know, man. I feel like I only got like my first one that I did. I'm pretty sure it said I got like 176 miles to a full tank. Well, I didn't use quite a full tank, but it just about. You know, it was. I don't even know if the fuel light works on that Jeep. I need to. I don't want to risk that, but yeah, I was like very unimpressed with how many miles I got to a 50-gallon or $50 fuel up. I was like, oh, that's not good at all. But with then I skipped one, so I was like, oh, fuck. And I forgot to write it down, my last fuel tank. So I just reset everything and erased everything, and now I'm going to try to keep track every single time. Try to figure out my fuel mileage, see where I'm at. It's just hard because I wanted to do one where I'm using AC the whole time. Like just leave the AC on, full blast the whole time, and see what my fuel mileage is running AC, and then try a week where I roll all the windows down and whatnot, and I just run no AC. I want to see what the difference is in the fuel mileage, how much more fuel mileage I'm getting uh, without running the AC, because I'm pretty sure running the AC, it's like a very old AC system on this thing. It's not efficient. I want to see how much it changes. You can definitely feel a power difference when you're not running the AC. So if you're like pulling a big hill, turn that AC off real quick, pull that big fucking hill. I mean, it'll pull the hill with the AC on. You just it's got a downshift. You gotta really lay into it. It's not a super powerful engine. I think it's new. I think it's like 170 horsepower, but it's got a lot of torque, low end torque, because it's a straight six. It's like a tractor engine, and that's why it's good for like trails and shit. But you're just going fast, not really the best thing to do to go fast. And then I also have this little switch on the dash that says power and comfort, and I've left it on power this whole time. It's got a little light that lights up whenever it's engaged, and it changes your shift points. And I think it drives a lot better like that, especially with the route that I go. There's a lot of hills. If it was basically a flat ride, I'd leave it on comfort because it'd probably be fine. But with all the hills and stuff, putting it on power mode, it seems to drive a lot better. I don't know. There's a couple of things with this Jeep that I'm wanting to kind of figure out. But anyway, no, I rode the dirt bike. I guess I didn't touch on that a whole lot. I did. I guess I did kind of. But dirt bike, the old DR, man, lowering it down. Yeah, I'm much more comfortable on it. I don't know. I would need to look at it again. I want to see a picture of me on it and just see what that looks like. But it's probably gonna look like I'm just squatted out on it. But I don't know, because this is the first time I've had it lowered with the heavy duty spring. So I'm kind of curious to what that's gonna do. And it really lowered it a lot. So I'm wondering if maybe I put it back to the other setting and then adjust the collar on the spring. Because right now I don't have the tool to adjust the collar. I just use my hand. So I got it as tight as I could by hand. I'm thinking if I raise it back up and then lower that collar down, I can adjust it, fine tune it a little bit more. Because right now, if it's on the lowered setting and I adjust it at all, it's only going to go a little bit lower. But it did feel better riding around, just like my neighborhood. But yeah, like I said, I was in Crocs and I was hot and tired. I'm gonna need to actually ride it into work or something, or go on a ride this weekend, or do something with it to really get a good feel with it. I'm just proud of myself. I actually went out and worked on it, even though I really didn't want to, and it turned out to be for the better. Fell asleep. I did set an alarm, or I set like a 10-hour, whenever I clocked out yesterday, I set a 10-hour alarm. I said I could clock in at like 2:58, and I was like, I don't want to fucking clock in at 3 a.m. So I said, fuck it. I got there at 4:30. Whatever. It's just going to make my day a little bit longer. But I looked at my schedule, and I was like, all right, I got to go down 2 hours south, grab a load, and that's what I'm on my way back to the shop to do right now. And then I was going to go an hour east and do that dirty ass job again. But my boss texted me while I was down there getting loaded. He said, hey, I actually need you to do a third run when you get back. I'm like, well, that'd be fine. I don't mind it. I'll work as late as you need me to during the week. The only thing that concerns me is that it's going to be a thunderstorm. I'm gonna be in a fucking thunder. So, not sure how I'm gonna handle that quite yet. Don't know if it's even gonna happen, but whatever, man. I'll be back at the shop at what 6 o'clock tonight. I don't know what time it'll end up being. Hopefully not that late. But go home and then figure out what I'm doing on Friday. I still don't know what I'm doing on Friday. He's still working on figuring out the schedule, I think, for tomorrow. And but hey, Friday, hell yeah, Friday. Already got plans this weekend, so I will not be working. I mean, I technically could work, but I don't think so. I don't think so. I think I'm gonna deny any work this weekend, which should be fine with everybody. I worked last weekend and we're good. Like, nope, can't do it this weekend, but try me next week. Um, but yeah, we got soccer game. Why the fuck you need to get right in front of me, dude? This guy hauling lumber. No, there is a person behind him, but not the person's way back there still. As soon as his rear bumper got to my front bumper, he put on his blinker and got the fuck over. Like, what the fuck? You don't need to fucking do that, dude. You can give me a little bit of space. Fuckhead. Oh, now it shows he's slowing down. You better not fucking get in front of me and slow the fuck down. You're rude as hell. Saturday's booked up. Like I said, last episode, Sunday. I don't know when this episode's coming out, actually. Might be a bonus one for Friday, maybe. I don't know what I'm doing quite yet. It's Thursday right now. I don't think I'll put it out on Monday. Maybe I will. I don't know. So this could be in the past. You'll have to wait until next episode to figure out what's actually going on. But no, we're having a good day. Just started a little later. We'll have to work a little bit later. A little extra work got put on me, and but shouldn't be a big deal. The other two things that I got to do are pretty local, ish type shit. And when I get back to the shop, I should be able to park inside the shop and just go straight home. I won't have to sit around and do anything. I'm gonna have to sit around today, though. When I get back to the shop, I'm gonna get there. I'm gonna have to wait and offload. And I'm gonna try to fight the urge to go get lunch. I'm gonna try to just not eat lunch today. I have a little like a cramp in my stomach right now. I feel like I don't want to eat. Not yet. Oh yeah. I stopped at that Casey's this morning. They had, oh my gosh, they put some love into that pizza today. But I was a little upset they didn't have large coffee cups. So I got me a medium, which is fine. But their cappuccino machine was all fucked up too. So at the Casey's, they got these cold brew coffees, which is just like cold brown sugar liquid, and got some of that today. Didn't really like it. Salted caramel. I thought I liked it. I don't know. Usually I do like it. I think so, but my coffee was not up to my standards today. But the pizza made up for it. Tell you what, damn good pizza. Need to lay off the Casey's pizza in the morning. It's just so hard. There's so many Casey's I go by every day. It's like, they got breakfast pizza in there. They got it. Gotta go get it. Oh yeah, buds. Well, I think I'm gonna take a little break here. I think I'm gonna have some more shit to talk about. Closer to the end of the day here. So I'll try to get back on here and take a little break. Well, we're back. This is gonna be an interesting one here. Well, I'm already out here. I'm down Missouri Highway over this way. Anyways, they had one of the lanes shut down. They had the slow lane, the right lane shut down for a car accident, and it's a big hill road or whatever. So you could see it for like 2 miles. You could see they had police lights in the right lane, and I'll tell you what, people in Missouri do not like zipper merging. They like everybody to get into one lane, and then single file move through any sort of construction or accident. And there's a lot of people that like to pull out into the other lane and keep people from passing them. I have never been one of them people. Sometimes it is funny to watch it. Well, it's always funny to watch it. But today I was driving, I was like, there is at least a mile before the lane is shut down, and you motherfuckers are single filed up, and there's several cars that are like out there, like taking up 2 lanes, taking up both of the lanes. You motherfucker, I am not. Other than that, it's like a clear shot, and I scooted past everybody. I'm riding the shoulder. I'm fucking getting close to the cars that are like taking up both lanes. I'm like, fuck you guys. And you know what's really funny is right as I was coming up the hill, and I was gonna cut in on one of these semis trying to get up the hill. That's what my plan was. I was going to be able to cut into one of them. But it make no fucking sense for me to go 3 miles back and sit in single file traffic. Learn to merge is what I say. But no, right as I was coming up that hill, the police car turned off his lights and took off. And I followed that police car right through. I know everybody was pissed off because I barely even slowed down. Everybody else was stopping and getting in line. Like, fuck you nerds, I ain't doing that shit. I made it back to the shop, and I was able to go get a second load, that quick little load done. That went really well. Took me an hour and a half hour to get there, half hour to load, a half hour to get back. And then I had to sit there and get offloaded, and that took, I don't know, over half an hour. So things are working out pretty good. While I was getting offloaded, I ran down to the gas station. It's a gas station I don't really go to. I don't really go to this gas station because there's a lot of homeless around it. Right now there's a lot of construction going on around it, and the road's all fucked up, and it just seems like a hassle to get in there and out of there. And when you go in there, you're going to get asked for some money. It seems like. Luckily, I didn't get asked for any money this time. But went in there and I ordered me a chicken quesadilla from the nice lady behind the counter. And I talked to, there's a guy from Mexico that works with us, and after I got there, I ordered and everything, and I ate, and I came back to the shop. I asked him, I was like, hey, is there a Mexican way that you're supposed to cut up a quesadilla? He's like, they usually cut it in half, or they'll cut it into like 4 little slices or whatever. He's like, sometimes they do 3 slices. I was like, okay, well, let me tell you, they cut it. They cut the middle chunk out. I had two little triangles from the edge, and the whole giant fucking trapezoid fucking middle piece was gigantic. And I mean, I picked that motherfucker up, and all the shit went down into the crease, and I rolled that motherfucker up. It was basically a burrito I started eating on. I was like, listen, I'm going to complain about the way they cut my food, for sure. But it was good. I got some pico on it. I should have got some sour cream or some guac or something I could have dipped it into. That would have been pretty good. But nope, just one quesadilla, chicken, cheese, pico, de gallo, or whatever. And ate that shit up. Got back to the shop. I was still getting offloaded. Everything's going real well now. 4 right now because I am 2 minutes away from my next job here, and I know I'm going to get covered in shit. Not shit, but oil. I'm going to get covered in oil, and it's going to start pouring its ass off here shortly. And if it doesn't start pouring right now, it's going to be pouring on my way back to the shop and while I'm at the shop, which is fine because once I get to the shop, I just got to back into the bay, I think. But I'm thinking I might get back there later than people are going to be there. I think I'm going to get there later than 6. Gonna be another 14-hour day here, bud. But whatever. Let's try to not complain about it too much. Just do it. Come here, have a good time. I'm gonna try to I'm gonna rush just so I don't have to deal with the rain. But I'm also gonna just take my time because it'll stress me out too much. I got too much quesadilla in me to be stressed right now. Okay, so I'm just gonna let whatever happen here. I'm hoping that this pit they didn't overflow the pit again. Because if they overflowed the pit again, that means all my hoses are gonna be fucking under the oil again, and it's a big mess. It's a big fucking mess. So let's see what happens when I get here. Now the other guy, he says I give him an hour. He's like, I pull in there, I give him an hour of my time, and then I'm out of there. I'm like, well, it takes me a half hour to get up and pumping, just about, because I got to walk in there, then I got to drag all the hoses out, connect them throughout the warehouse, and then get my truck set up and drag hoses from my truck. And it shouldn't take me a half hour. But it took day before yesterday, took me a half hour from the time I got in the gate to turning the pump on. And I'm hoping that's not the same situation today. Hopefully I can back down my alleyway and get in there and get going in like 15 minutes, 20 minutes tops, and start loading, because this place, just loading takes a long time because you can suck out the pit at a decent rate, but that big tank they got there has a 2-inch valve on it, and a 2-inch valve takes way longer for liquid to pass through it than a 3-inch, and the 3-inch is normally what I like to use. 4-inch would be best, but hey, I don't get to make the decisions on what size fittings and shit they use. I just hope they'll get that fucking PVC thing. Keep talking about getting a PVC pipe put in, so when we back into the alleyway, we can just hook up to this PVC pipe, and then maybe at the other end we can have like 1 or 2 hoses that we can use to suck the pit out and suck out totes. That would be pretty fucking cool. That would really make this job much more enjoyable over here. But for the time being, nope. You gotta drag hoses throughout the warehouse, just fine. It's the way it's always been. Gonna be all right. Gonna be all right. Positive thoughts going out right now. That's what we got going on. Positive thoughts. I got a good belly on me. I got. I already took a 5-hour earlier. Um, Probably should have waited to take it a little bit longer, but it's really helped me out throughout the rest of the day that I've had. So we will see. I'll be back shortly. Welcome back. I think I'm going to edit the other. I know this is in the middle of the show, I think. This is Monday. Monday morning. Did we have an exciting weekend, everybody? How about everybody leaves a comment about one thing they did over the weekend that was super duper, uber duper fun. I guess I'll start. I rode my motorcycle, and I got a new weed eater. That's fun. Hold on. All right, we gotta follow the map. Okay, we can't be taking no fucking turns today. Oh gosh. Well, I know this is in the middle of the show, but I have to do it or else it doesn't feel right. Welcome to Kletus Ray's Roadside Service coming at you. I'm your host, Kletus Ray. Man, did we have a weekend? Yeah, I got a new weed eater. I looked one up online. Found it's Craftsman. I didn't look up any reviews quite yet, but it's a Craftsman weed eater, 17-inch. I'm not sure what what the 17-inch is about, and then it's a 25cc 2-stroke. I'm not doing electrics. I did not want to do electrics. I said, you know what? Looking online, I'm like, you're going to be paying about $100 for a decent weed eater. Half of them on there, they're like $25 broken, or I don't know. You're looking at a decent amount of money. I'm like, well, with just a little bit more. Did I just run that light? I don't think I did. That light must have changed while I was in the middle of it. I looked up this one. It was at Lowe's Home Improvement. I live closer to the Home Depot, and I live even closer to the Menards. But the best deal on a brand new weed eater I found was $139. Usually $189. So I said, how could I pass that up? Brand new weed eater, gonna have no problems with it. Or if I do have problems, I got a warranty. That's what I was thinking. So I tell the wife and the children I'm off on a voyage to Lowe's. See y'all later. I'm gonna go get me a fucking weed eater. They said, all right, see you later. So I venture over to the Lowe's. I walk in the garden center, and then I walk through and I find all the weed eaters and shit. And lo and behold, right there, right at the bottom of the rack, at the very end, the weed eater I'm looking for. But it says for $159. I'm like, well, I'd like to save another $20. That'd be cool. So I'm wondering and then the lady's like, can I help you? I was like, yeah, just look at this. And I showed her the ad online, and I showed her the weed eater. I was like, yeah, it's online for $139, but you got it for sale for $159. Figured, to help a brother out and sell it to me for cheaper. She said, oh yeah, they'll be able to take care of that at the register for you. because we have a lowest price guarantee or some shit. I don't fucking know. I'm like, it's your fucking store's website. I'd hope so. But then I was like, you know what? Just to make things really easy on me, let me grab some nice string. So I grabbed some, I don't know, some fancy dancy trimmer string, not the big ass pack, but a nice little one, and a bottle of gas or a jug of gas or whatever. They sell the True Fuel. She's like, this is good stuff. I'm like, yeah. She's like, it's ethanol free. I'm like, oh, cool. And then she's like, well, let me look up online to see if you need 51 or 40 to 1. I'm like, okay. So I'm standing there, I'm looking at the fuels, looking at the string, looking at my thing, and she's on there. She's like, I cannot find anything. I'm like, well, there's a picture of Weed Eater on this one, so I'll just grab this one. She's like, okay. Have a blessed day. I said, thank you so much, whatever your name is. And made my way to the register. The self-checkouts are there. I was the only one walking up. She's a lady standing there in the middle of 4 self-checkouts. She's like, hello, sir. Do you need help? Any help today? I was like, yeah, I think I will need a little bit of help. She's like, oh, what you got? I was like, well, I got this Weed Eater here, and online it says I can get it for $139. She's like, oh, that's one of those promotional Weed Eaters. I was like, all right. She's like, yeah, we can't sell that to you. I'm like, huh? She's like, we can't sell that to you. And she grabs it out of my basket and starts to walk away. I was like, hey, wait, hold on. What? It's for sale over there for $159. She's like, yeah, we can't sell it to you. I'm like, wait, hold on. There's nothing we can do. She's like, no, I'm sorry. Yeah, it's a promotion. It hasn't started yet, so we can't sell it to you. I'm like, what? You ring it up. She's like, no, we just can't. We cannot sell these Weed Eaters to you. She's like, we can ring out the rest of your stuff. I was like, what the hell am I gonna do with Weed Eater gas and fucking string? If I need the Weed Eater. She's like, yeah, I'm so sorry. And then she just grabbed my whole cart and walked off. So I'm standing at Lowe's in the middle of self-checkouts with nothing. Just wondering what the hell just happened to me. And she was just gone. And there was nobody. I was like, what? Hello? 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 Is anybody gonna I felt like Milton getting the cake on our office space. Wait, but I needed a Weed Eater, and you have a Weed Eater, and I needed it, and I came here to buy it, and you have it, and I brought it and now what the fuck is going on here, Did I get irate? No, not yet. I waited until I got on the phone with the wife in the parking lot. but I'm like, alright, fuck you, Lowe's. You just lost a customer for life, you stupid bitches. You lost out on maybe $600 in 5 years. I don't know how often I would be shopping at Lowe's. But hey, fuck off, what the hell was that about? Y'all have a Weed Eater. There's more on the shelf back there. I thought about going back there and grabbing another one and saying, yeah, I'd like to buy this. Oh no, you can't buy that. We have it and it's on the shelf for sale, but you can't buy it. How much money do I have to give you to take this out of the store right now? How much fucking money do you want out of me to take this home? You're trying to sell shit here, right? You're a goddamn cashier. You're supposed to check people out, and you're taking their items and running away with them. What the hell am I supposed to do here? I need a weed eater, lady. I was going to be weed eating in 20 minutes. 20 minutes from now, I was going to be chopping up my yard. But now, what am I supposed to do? You know? So, I don't know. I looked up every other weed eater, new weed eater from the stores near me, and they're all over $200. And I'm like, I really don't want to spend over $200 for a piece of fucking shit, Uh, I get in your lane. Get in your lane, bucko. On a bumpy part of the road. So I was unable to get a weed eater. I looked up on Marketplace though, so I was able to get same exact weed eater. The guy said he bought it last year, brand new, and doesn't want it no more. And it looked brand new. So I was like, hell yeah, brother. Let me come over there and get it. And to my surprise, he responded immediately. So I said, yo, are you able to make a deal today? He said, yes. I said, okay, let's meet. He's like, all right. I'm like, where are you? Come on, man. Have you ever sold anything before? I don't know where you are. I don't know where you are. Send me a damn address. He sent me an address. It was fine. It really wasn't that big of a deal. But, yep, I said cash Venmo. I'll be there in 25 minutes. Drove over there. Grabbed I rolled up to the place. He's standing outside with it. Him and his son, I guess. He's like, oh, did you get my text message? I said, no. He's like, yeah, I can't get this thing to fire up. I said, oh, interesting. I wasn't going to just turn around and fucking leave. Like, well, let me give her a few fucking rips. Like, these fucking things are a pain in the ass to fucking fire up. He's like, and then he proceeds to tell me that he left old gas in it. It clogged up the old carburetor, so he put a brand new carburetor on there. And the fuel line that he got with the new carburetor didn't fit for the fuel tank, so he had to use some old fuel line, and I don't fucking know. He said he put a new spark plug on it, and he said it ran a few months ago, and he just can't get it to run now. I'm like, you had it running in the picture on the fucking Facebook group, or on Facebook place. How long ago? How long has this been up for sale, bud? But he had to listen for 120. I get there. I try to start it. Can't get it to start. I'm like, let's pull the plug out. So he brought his tools out. Took the plug out. It's a brand new plug. Looks like it's never been fired on. I was like, do you have the old plug? He's like, yeah. So he grabbed the old plug, put it in there. And I don't know. I was trying to follow the steps on the airbox cover. Squeeze the trigger, pull it 5 times, pump the primer, blah, 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 blah. And I don't know. I just put it to number 3 and just cranked on that sucker until it fired up. And it fired up, and it ran. It was good. So I was like, all right, hell yeah, brother. He's like, oh, you tell me they're selling these brand new for $159. I was like, what? Because I told him my whole deal. I was like, they're actually, you can't even buy one of these right now. Like, right now, you can't even buy one of these motherfuckers. They are so rare, you can't buy these right now. Like, oh. I was like, so, I don't know. I sat here and worked on your piece of equipment and got it to run, how much I should have just said, yeah, I'll take it without trying to get it to run. Maybe I could have got a better deal, but I got it to fire right up. I don't know. Said, you'll take 100? He said, yeah. I said, all right. Pulled out 100 buckaroos and threw it in the Jeep and hit the fucking road. This all happened on Sunday. Yeah, so I got home, ran the weed eater. I have a little 1 gallon or 1 gallon jug of gas that it's been sitting underneath the square body since winter time. It's been just sitting under the square body. No cap on it, no nothing. Just a bottle of gas it's got the tube, but there's no fucking nothing stopping it. And I was like, oh yeah, I got that gas there. I pull it out and I mix it up and I pour a little out and it's like purple. So I'm like, all right. And I don't know, that gas works great. I don't really know, but filled it up. I ran the weed eater around the whole house, and it did a really good job. I eventually ran out of string, and I had to watch a YouTube video on how to string it. It's really fucking simple, by the way. But it will get caught up. I found. I don't know how much string it was on it when I got it, but it ran out pretty quick. I mean, I did the whole front yard, which was quite a bit, and a lot of jagged rocks and stuff. And the culvert out front has got some sharp metal pieces that I whacked up against. Lost a lot of string right there, but did the whole front yard, and then I needed to restring it for the backyard. And yeah, it's super simple. It's 2 pieces of string. You can do just 1 piece of string, like a really long piece of string, stick it in one side, line up the arrows, stick it in one side, stick it in the other side, and then wind it up. It's pretty fucking snazzy. And then once you get close to the end, you just cut the line right there, and you're good to go. But yeah, it did a great job. My house looks better than it has in a long time. And then I grabbed the mower and I ran the mower around the yard. I mowed it on the highest setting because I think one of these days I'm going to go out there and mow it on the lower setting. I think because it goes up to number 5. Last time I mowed it was on a number 4. This time I think I'm going to try to hit a number 3. Just bring it in, get it a little bit shorter. But I'm going to let the grass kind of rejuvenate where it's at, and that mower, I don't know, man. So I filled it was full to the top when I bought it. I filled it up at the gas pump, and then I mowed the yard twice with it, and then this was the 3rd time I mowed the yard with it on 1 tank of gas. I can't believe it. I opened the hood and I looked. I was like, "Oh fuck, it's gonna run out of gas on me," but I'll run it until that happens. It never fucking happened. It had gas in it the whole fucking time. It was pretty fucking nice. I think it's because the grass wasn't super high and it didn't really have to work that hard. But I mowed the backyard like twice because there was still a lot of old shavings sitting in the middle of my yard that were all gray and everything. That I mowed it, mowed everything to the middle again, and then I mowed it to where I blew all the shit off to the side. So I mowed my yard almost like twice in the back, and worked out really well. And the same with the front yard. I just wanted to try to get the clippings to be blown off to the side, so they're not sitting on the yard and everything, and all the grass can get all the sun it needs. which it's looking like we're in a heat wave. They put a heat wave up yesterday from Sunday noon to Friday or Friday at midnight or something. I don't know. We're in a heat wave. El Nino's here. And I'll tell you what, it's 82 degrees and it is 3:30 in the morning. So, pretty fucking hot outside. Why did I drive the Jeep today? Well, this is the other part of it. So, I got done weed eating, got done mowing. I'm covered in fucking shit. And I'm like, it'd be really cool. Is just hop on the bike. I'm going to bring my little Allen wrench with me so I can adjust the windshield because I had flipped the windshield, but I hadn't rid on it yet. So it's like, let me go ride it around. Let's have a good time with it. And I haven't rode it since I lowered it and everything. So took it out on the town, rode it out, got on the highway, rode all the way down the highway. Well, not all the way down the highway, obviously, but I did ride it, up into the next town. And I pulled over and I loosened up the windshield just a little bit so I can move it. And I found out like having it straight up and down is where it's giving me the vibration like crazy. So I moved it. The more I have it tilted back, which is weird, I'm getting more air into my face, but it's not as violent. I guess I don't know. I might just take the fucking windshield off. I like the bar. Well, I might take the just actual windshield off because it's like it's causing me problems, man. But I do like the bar, having my phone mounted up higher. That's pretty cool. And it's like I don't know the wind. I thought I was gonna have no wind in my face. That's what I was hoping for. There's gonna be no wind on my face at all. I'm gonna be just riding this bike, and I'm gonna be able to hear very good, and I'm not gonna be able to. The wind ain't gonna bounce my head around and shit. No, that's not what this windshield is doing. Same with the old windshield too. I'm wondering if this is just how windshields are supposed to be on motorcycles. They're supposed to be worse. That's what it seems like. So I don't know. Anyways, rode it down the highway. It was fucking with the windshield back and forth, and getting up to like 80 something mile an hour. Everything's going real well, and I'm like, all right, well, let's just turn around and go back home now. So I turn around, I'm going down the highway. I make it to my exit, and it's like one of them where you're driving on the opposite side of the road type of fucking intersections they got everywhere now. And so I'm pulling up to it. I don't see anybody, so I get on it because usually I like to lean and get on it right there. And as soon as I did, it went wow! I was like, oh, fuck. And I look down, and the chain is just dragging. It's bound up in the rear wheel. So I get off, and I have to get the chain out, and then throw it on the seat, and then push it. And push it up to the sidewalk. And started walking back, looking for my master link. I know that's what the fuck happened. My master link fell out. So I'm like, fuck, did I find it? It's actually, I don't know why it's not in my pocket right now. I thought I had it in my pocket still. Of these jeans. Oh, it's in this side. Yeah, master link fell out. Found the master link. It's bent to shit. Oh my god, fuck. And so I called my neighbor. And this motherfucker. Listen, hey, if you can't help me, you can't help me. That's fine. But I call him up. I'm like, hey man, I know you got a little trailer. I was wondering if you could just bring it over down the street. I'm right down the street. But it's a long fucking walk in the heat waves. So pushing a bike, don't really want to be that guy. He's like, oh, I'm cooking dinner. I'm like, oh, all right. So yeah, man, I'm cooking dinner. Can't really come out there. He's like, what happened though? My chain fell off, and the master link is fucked up, so I can't even put the chain back on. Oh man! And then a guy pulls up in a Dodge, and he's walking up to me, and he's like, "Hey man, you all right?" And I'm trying to talk to him, and I still got the neighbor on the phone. And then I'm like, "Hey, what, you know?" So it's like, "Hey man, it's all right. I'll figure something out." And he started going on about what he's cooking for dinner. I'm like, "Hey, man, I appreciate you answering the phone, but if you ain't gonna help, I need to get off the fucking phone." Because he's like answering questions that this other guy's asking, and I'm asking that guy questions. And I'm like, "Hey, buddy, I know you live right next door to me, and you have a truck and a trailer sitting right there, ready to go. That you could come over here and take 8 minutes out of your day, but you're cooking dinner, so you can't. So that's fine. Get off the phone with me, okay? I got other people I need to call. God damn it! He wants to just be a chatty Cathy on the phone. Just, I'm cooking chicken parmesan. My son's truck is the transmission's out, and I don't know. He kept going on about all kinds of excuses, but it's fine. Whatever, man. Hey, you don't want to help? That's fine. I just need to find somebody that will. I'm kind of in the middle of the road. The guy that stopped to help, he had a Dodge with a tonneau cover. And I was like, "Oh fuck, this ain't gonna be good." He's like, "I got ice cream in the car, so I gotta go take the ice cream to my house. And I'll come back. We'll load you up." I was like, "Hey, if I'm still in this spot when you come back, I'd love your help. But if I'm not, don't worry about it. Just get on out of here. I probably got something figured out." Called my buddy Luke. Luke's all the way out of town. He ain't even near me. So then I call the wife, and the wife is dealing with her grandmother-in-law. I don't know what you want to call it. Step grandmother-in-law. She's the grandmother of her side of the family has just passed away. She had been passing away for a while now, and yesterday was the day. So that was unfortunate. So I was like, "Honey, you got to dry your tears. Come get me." Like, I don't know what to tell you. I need help. I'm stuck. I can't do nothing. If you just come get me, take me back to the house, I'll grab the Jeep and the trailer, or I don't know. So she was real cool about it. She was able to come and get the kids up, and get in the car, and get going. So I ended up rolling it over to a parking lot and just parking it there. And then we go to the house. She comes get me, go to the house. I was like, "I know I have a master link laying around somewhere. Let me just search the garage real quick. I really don't want to have to go find straps at the trailer and get the trailer out and all this fucking shit and get the hitch put back on the. There's a lot of shit. Not a lot of shit. It wouldn't take that long, but I really don't want to have to do that. I'd rather just fix the bike." So I rummaged through the garage, and I actually find the master link. I was like, "No fucking way, I found it." So I grabbed it, and I just hopped in the car, and I'm all greasy, and I'm still dirty, and I'm sweaty, and messing with the master link on the way back to the bike, and I'm like, "Oh yeah, this master link is fucking weird because the fucking the other side of the chain that would go on there, the holes are like too small. You cannot get it pressed on far enough to see the ridge where the clip goes." I'm like, "Oh fuck, this is not gonna be good." But I was like, "Fuck it, we'll figure it out. I'll go there. We'll figure it out." I wonder how long I was riding on my other master link before the motherfucker popped off. It had to have been popped off for a little while, I think. But so I get the bike. I forgot that it's a lot easier doing it when the rear end is up off the ground. You can spin the tire and everything. I didn't bring the tool to take off the little cover for the front sprocket, so I had to finger it in there. But I got it. I got the chain on there. I got it close enough. and got the master link pushed in, and I was just like, what the fuck do I do now? Like, the other side of the master link won't stay on there. I was like, I guess I'll just put the clip on there. And I sat there for probably 5-6 minutes trying to get the clip on there. I was like, it's not it's not a strong chain, but if I can just keep that link there and ride it nice home, it'll be fine. And I couldn't get the clip on there all the way. I don't know why. I don't know what was going. Maybe I was having a heat stroke. I'm not sure, but I could not get the fucking clip on there. So I just got the clip on there halfway. I just snapped it on one side of the fucking master link, and I said, "It's fucking good. Fuck it." You know, it's probably. I told the wife, I said, "You're gonna follow behind me. The chain is probably gonna fall the fuck off." But I think I can get a lot closer to home at least. So I roll it out around her car, and there's a big steep hill on that side of the parking lot that I can roll down, but I try to sit there, and it will not fire up, dude. I had the key out and everything, so I don't know why, but the fucking battery was dying, and it would not fucking crank over. So I was like, all right, we gotta push start this bitch, and I didn't get it on the first try. So I had to push it back up the fucking hill. And I said, all right, you gotta use this body weight God gave you, and bounce down on this motherfucker, or else it's just gonna fucking skid. And I'm like, I'm also putting a lot of pressure on an unclipped master link. So this is not good. But I bounced on it. It didn't fire up, and then it bounced on it again, and it fired right up, and I took the fuck off. I ended up on the median in the roundabout. It was weird. I don't know. I was trying to not swerve, and I don't know. Anyways, I'm jumping curbs and shit, and then I cut off a car. A car was flying into the roundabout, but I fucking rolled into that roundabout. And then I get on the road, and of course that car is fucking right behind me, and I'm trying to go nice and slow, trying not to give it a whole lot of pressure. And that car is right on my fucking ass, but I don't know. They turned off somewhere, and I was able to. I made it all the way home, all the way up into the garage, and parked it, and rolled it up to the front of the garage, around all the bullshit that I still haven't fucking done. And I said, all right, well, I've got another project on my hands. And my wife was like, well, I'm going to go. Her step grandmother-in-law has passed away. So she's going to go be with the family. And left me with the kids. I had to wake up early today, though, so I watched the kids. I ended up taking them to Popeyes, which was cool. I was going to DoorDash, downloaded DoorDash. I looked up Popeyes. I put our order in there. I said, oh, it's not that much. And then I went to go check out, and it said $55. I said, holy shit, no fucking way we're doing that. I was like, kids, get your damn Crocs on. We're going out for a drive. Went out to the Popeyes, picked up an 8-piece dark meat with a side of macaroni, fried pickles, and I got a wrap. I was like, I want to try that spicy wrap y'all got. Not bad. Liked it. I liked it a lot. Popeyes is pretty damn good chicken. I'll tell you that. And the kids loved it. I loved it. We had a good time. Then I put them to bed. I said, y'all going to sleep. And I love my daughter, but she just is banging on the door. She is not ready to go to sleep. She keeps forgetting every stuffed animal out in the living room. She has to have them all. They all have to be in their beds, or else she can't sleep. She's a good mother. Yeah. Anyways, that was it was an eventful Sunday. Saturday was not bad either. You know, I got off of work on Friday. I had a surprise run for me Friday. I was hoping. The only thing on my schedule was the one job I did, and I was like, "Ooh, I'm gonna go home after this," because all the other guys had gone home. Not all of them, but no. He's like, "Oh, you got another run, dude." I'm like, another run? He's like, "Yeah, you're going to landfill," which is weird because he told the other guy. I called him. I was like, I don't know why he was still out running around doing something. He's like, "Oh, I asked him if you wanted me to run to the landfill." He said, "Nah." Well, he changed his mind by the time I got there. Not a big deal. It was just a full day of work. It was fine. And then it was the weekend. But I got home and I was beat. And then Saturday, had to wake up. I took my son to his soccer game. They lost, unfortunately. A lot of the kids just were not. Their heads aren't in the game. You know, they are not in the game. They want to kick the grass. They don't want to run. They don't want to get into the big group. And the other team was on point. They were doing pretty good. They had a couple of kids that weren't super good, but they had 3 or 4 that were like young, bend it like Beckham's. I don't know. They were fucking badass. So, like, hey, what you guys need another team member? Come over there. No, we can drag him down. My son, he's not a big runner. I mean, it was hot. I will give him that. It's hot. His leg hurts. He's thirsty and he's tired. But yeah, they ended up losing. He's like, "Yeah, I think I want to quit soccer." I was like, "No, that's not how this works. You won one game, you lost one. You don't get to just quit soccer immediately." It's like, come on, boy, you're going to soccer. You're going to be doing it. You already quit karate. I ain't having you quit your other one. Um, so yeah, he was a little bummed out, but then we had to go home and get ready to go to the dance thing. My daughter's dance recital, and man, you know, that was. I think that was a 5-hour show. It was a 5-hour long show with these dancers. It was extra long because there was a couple of girls that had graduated from whatever, and so they had a big graduation thing. And blah blah. I don't know, but it was like, hey, I'm here for my daughter. She's going to be on stage for approximately a minute and a half total, and she was on the very beginning and the very end, and then they had the award show, and she had to be there for the award and everything. Which is fine. I mean, we'll sit through everything, but man, we sat through a lot of dancing, whole lot of dancing, and I am still not super comfortable with, I don't know. I feel like they could put different outfits on these women's, or not women's, these girls, young children. It was weird to be sitting in the front row watching this go on. I don't know. Maybe I'm the fucking weird one, but it seemed weird to me. I'm like, this seems not good. This seems like I should be in the back row. And then I got my son with me. Fucking son. I love him so much. I gave him the car keys. I said, "You hold on to the car key." He loves having shit in his pocket. So I was like, "Put the car key in your pocket." And he sat there fumbling around. It looked like he was jerking off the whole damn time. I was like, "Quit fucking with that." He's like, "What?" I'm like, "Dude, quit fucking with it." He's sitting there in the front row. We're in the very front row. My wife, she went. She had to go in the back for get the girl ready for whatever and whatnot. So she was like, "You need to find 7 seats in the front row because her friend, her sister, and her parents are coming." And so me and my son, we find the front row, 7 seats in a row, perfect, empty. We reserve all the seats, and her parents ended up taking forever to get there. They showed up at the second dance routine thing, but luckily they made it in time to see her first one. And yeah, I don't know. I mean, I can't really blame them, but everybody jetted fucking quick. And I don't know. So eventually, and even my son, he was so bored the whole time, and I can't blame him either. I was like, "Here's my phone, hop in the row behind me, because I don't want you playing on a phone in the front row. I think that's going to be not good for the show or whatever." So, uh, yeah, what was it? Her sister left in the middle of the show. Then her friend left. Then her parents left, and it's me, literally me. There's only 3 sections of front row, and I am the one guy in one of those sections. There's nobody else. It's just me sitting in the very front row of this little girl dance party, and I'm like, this is fucking. I should fucking move. I should really fucking move. This is, but yeah, I don't know. Everybody left us. Just, I understand, whatever, but I could tell her parents. I mean, well, maybe not her dad, but her mom. I kept looking over, and I could just see her face. She was just like, "I'm ready to go." I didn't even say a word to her, but she bothered the fuck out of me the whole time. I was like, "Good, Brit, get the fuck out of here." Sure, they had some pool tournament they had to go to. They always have a pool tournament. Pool tables are always open, and they always have to be there playing pool. And it seems like anytime you make them do anything that isn't their plan, it's a big problem. At least I don't know. It's just my own mind. This is the way I feel about the situation. Any other event for anybody else, it seems like they will stick around for the whole thing and then go out for a dinner or something afterwards. Especially this one because we were done at like I don't know what time it was, but it was like 6 o'clock at night. Dinner. Everybody's going to go get dinner, but they're like, "We're fucking going," and they leave. I don't know where the fuck they go, but they don't. I don't know. That happened at my son's last karate thing and this dance thing. Like, I'm not trying to get a free meal out of you guys, but when the kids are doing something that's a part of what they do and then they're done with it, like we should all go out and have dinner. You don't want to do any of that. You just want to leave beforehand. Like the karate one really bothered me because we were walking out of the karate place and they were actively talking about going out to get lunch. They were like, "Hey, where do y'all want to go get?" Or they were talking to themselves apparently, because me and my kids, even my wife, they all left, and it was me and the kids. I'm like, "All right, it was this karate tournament. He did a good job, and I wanted to take him out to a special meal with everybody, but everybody fucking left. They were all going to eat, but they didn't want us to go. I don't know. I'm just disappointed in some of the family. Doesn't really feel like I don't know. I don't know. power out over here? I feel like I should be seeing lights. We had a power surge the other day, or yeah, I don't know when it was. The power went out on Friday. It was out for a couple hours, and it came back on. I had my neighbor. My fridge is gonna defrost. Like, I have a fridge too, lady. We all have fridges. Don't open it. While the power's out, don't fucking open it. Be alright. But, oh, no, the power's not out. I just couldn't see over the trees. Whatever. We have 3 hours and 13 minutes to go. But, I don't know. All in all, had a decent weekend, I guess. Got to hang out with the kids. Got to ride the bike. Got to drive the Jeep. Got to get the yard all cleaned up. Nice and good. And, yeah, it was, Saturday night. Yeah, I think it was Saturday night. The wife left again. She's always gone in the night. She's lady of the night somewhere. But I was watching. I was like, "You guys want to watch a movie?" They're like, "Yeah." Like, all right, you all want to watch The Purge? My son acted like he wanted to for the longest time, and then I actually turned it on, and we didn't even like everything's happy go lucky there at the very beginning of the movie, and he's like, "I don't like this movie." I'm like, he's like, "It's going to be scary." I'm like, we're literally not even at the scary part yet. We ended up watching Mars Attacks, and that's a family fun movie for all ages. My daughter loved it. My son loved it. They had a great time watching Mars Attacks. And then we watched Nacho Libre. My son loved that movie. It was super funny. I fell asleep during Nacho Libre. I don't know, but yep, had a decent time with the children. Had a decent time. Now we're back to work. Uh, work. Doing some work. This should be the only thing I do today. Should I say that? Should be the only thing I do today. We do have one guy down today. He took the day off or something. So me and two other guys out here to get Monday taken care of. I have no idea what I'm doing tomorrow. I really don't like to look till later in the day because things change. But it don't matter what it is. It's gonna be early mornings and late nights, most likely. That's the way it was last week, and with this week being a kind of a short week and a man down for one of the days, it's gonna be hopefully not 14-hour days every day. I mean, maybe that would be good, but I'm looking for some short days now. Damn. Working. Oh, so I ordered a new chain for the dirt bike. It ain't gonna be here till the 7th. Pretty fucking ridiculous. Now I gotta ask myself, am I gonna rely on a master link again? Am I gonna tie the master link? I've heard of people tying the master link, and that could work. Uh, I don't know. You pretty much you just put wire over the one side and the clip, and you tie it, and that kind of helps it from coming loose. I don't know. I feel like I could. I don't know. I'll probably end up just having it pressed on. The gearing set that I ordered is the same as it has been, so I'll just order the same exact gearing set. And so if I decide to switch over to the dirt tires, it won't be that big of a deal. I ordered new brake pads for the bike. Those will be here sooner than the chain, but I'll probably do everything all at the same time. And I don't know, I ordered some other stuff. I ordered a bag for the bike because I really want a little bag that I can sit up there inside the handlebars, and I can put a couple of tools in there and charging cables and just some other shit that I'd like to put up there. And I don't know what else I ordered. I got a dash cam coming. That one actually should be here today or tomorrow. I'm gonna start running the dash cam, which I guess I might try to get a mount for my motorcycle also, and I'll just try to switch it out between vehicles. Yeah, because that first chain that I bought was expensive. I forgot how expensive it was. It was almost $200 for the chain and sprocket set, and it was all wrong shit. So I returned it, got the refund, and then I was able to buy all of my other shit and a new chain and sprocket because they didn't have, for some reason, DID didn't have a didn't have the right shit on there. So I ended up getting an X-ring chain. So excited for that. Get that put on there and be able to start riding the bike again. I know as soon as I'm able to start riding again, it's going to be raining. It's not supposed to rain all week this week, and it's supposed to be really hot. So that means I would either ride the motorcycle and be all right, or I'm going to drive the Jeep. I'm going to get horrible gas mileage. Because again, I filled it up. I think I'm only getting 200 miles to a tank. I could have gone a little bit more, but I fueled up early because I don't like being less than a quarter. So, uh, yeah, it gets horrible fucking gas mileage. Horrible. But hey, it runs good and it's got good AC. Yeah. Yeah, no plans for this week. Yeah, there's not really much I can do until the other chain shows up. I thought about going to a motorcycle shop, just picking one up, but I'd really like to I don't know, I could go get a Master Link, and that'd be good. And then, oh, well, I do got to get a battery now, too. Then I'm bleeding all over my arm. Uh, yeah, I guess I should have last night pulled the battery out of the bike and threw it up on the charger and see what I can do with it. I don't know. Maybe it's something else going on with it. Maybe there's a little stator thing that's supposed to charge up, keep the battery charged while riding. Maybe that's not doing a good job. Not sure yet, but throw a new battery on there and see how that goes. hopefully everything will be good. Because man, I got the bike set up exactly the way I want it now with the Supermoto, and I can't ride the damn thing. I'm taking it on 2 rides. Man, everything will be all right. We'll get her. We'll get her going. Should be fine. Anyways, I don't know. I know this is a extra long episode, so I'm gonna let you guys go. Adios. Keep all 18 down, and if you go to Lowe's and try to buy a weed eater, let me know how it goes. It did not go well for me. Bye bye.